That was something that I wanted to say to like her, but I was like, I don't know.
And then she's gonna snap.
Right? And I was like, oh, but I always thought that like, because Austin was like, oh, I thought you two were like had a final two. And I was like, I thought you two had a final two. And so I like didn't want to go to Austin and be like, listen, like,
yeah,
the way that she's handling this, like, I don't like how it's looking.
And I also like I don't want to work with people I'm scared to like confront and be like, dude, that was
my
cool.
thing is that like I feel like with you I could be like, listen, Beth, that's not a good idea. We're not like.
And I'd be like, thank you.
Do you know what I mean? Or
like,
not
I want to have your back.
Exactly. Not like, do what you want to do, girl? Like I don't know. And then me being like going to the diary room, being like, yeah, that girl's fucking dumb. Like I wouldn't fucking do that.
No. Like when I watch back, I want to be like, he actually had my back.
And then literally me being like, this is gonna work. Like this is the move. That's what I'm saying. Like you want people that you can actually work with, like collaborate with, and be like, hey, what do we need? You know?
And like I feel like with me, you and Austin, like when we do challenges, we're kind of the same.
Right. That's why I'm like, we need to like get the boys.
I know.
Like at least one. Like we need at least two of them.
What the fuck's Kyle doing? Like who was he with?
That's what I keep thinking too.
Who was Kyle with?
Because, like, at first I was, like, kind of sketched up by him. But I don't feel that sketchy anymore.
I was just thinking that outside this morning.
I was like, I think he's just goofy. Like, I think he's just, like, kind of a dork.
Like, I genuinely don't know if he's, like, talking to people. Like, I think he's just having a good time.
That's what I was wondering, too. Yeah. Like, how do you feel about, like, Gentai?
I think it's safe to assume. Like, we have to assume that they're, like, together.
Do you think that they'd be, like, willing to work?
I just don't know if they're like that's the thing, like what we just talked about. Like everyone's gonna be like, yeah, for sure.
Right.
But then they go off and it's like, Beth's just trying to make an alliance with me, and I'm like,
right. And you're like, fuck.
I can't do anything right this fucking out.
That's my thing too. That's why I'm like scared to talk to anyone.
I know.
Because I'm like scared they're gonna be like, yeah, and then they're like,
I'm like, so you like pizza?
Literally, and they're like, so Brady just came up to me and he said he wants to make an alliance, and I'm like,
Great.
well, I mean, like, I don't know about Ro. I just know, like, it's gonna come down to a point where it's like it's actual, like, it's
Julie.
Literally, I'm like,
Julie.
squeak, squeak, motherfucker. Like, I just know it's gonna come down to like things that are actually like physical.
Oh yeah, I think the POV will be. I think the POV is gonna be like cardio, and I'm gonna be shit. Like it's gonna
That's
be like running.
People, I was like, if it's anything with running,
Bye. Climbing.
I just feel like because they're shady, but you know, that I think it's gonna be something that Josh might be good at to make it drama.
Stop.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like.
And then who? Keith?
Well, I think that's like I think that's like what we're thinking. But
that is the thing with the HOH that was like, yeah, you put up who you want, but like everyone makes the decision.
Exactly, and I think that's something you always have to remember. Is that like when you're HOH, you think you have all the power, and you're like, honestly, all you're doing is nominating people, and the house chooses.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
There's gonna be a point though where you can't do this majority fucking thing anymore.
Oh, of course, but that's like there's still so many people.
There's so many people still.
That's what me and Tyra are talking about today. Like, it's gonna be weird when it's like by a vote of like 5 to 4.
I will literally like
right,
punch
like literally
the TV
like
screen. I will break it.
like who's going?
We're all like,
oh, literally, because they just literally won't know. Like by a vote of 2 to 3. Like.
even if it was like 6 to 5, like I would like lose my shit. Okay, Julie. Stop.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, you have to rope someone. But that's what I'm worried. Like, I was wondering, like, maybe you have, like, a closer bond with them. But I have, like, no bond with them. Like, I'm chill with them.
Tina outside was just like, Kate, are you and Jet the showmans? I was like...
You and Jet?
I was like, what do people think they're looking? I should have been like this.
You're like...
We are.
I don't know.
It's nice to like actually have people you can trust though, like for reals.
Well, exactly. That's what I was saying. Like that's why the way people see it. I know I can be 100% honest, like authentic, and be like, listen, like what do you think? And that's why I really like. I was like really thankful when you're like, listen, you want to be honest? Shit's going on upstairs. Like yesterday, and I was like, okay, good to know. Mm-hmm. Like when you said that, I was like, oh, Julie's going. Like I knew. At that moment, I was like, yeah.
Oh, and when Josh walked in, I was like.
And you're like, well, we're talking about some fucking real shit, so.
In my head, I was like, get out.
Why are you mean? That's always how I feel too. I would be like, yeah, can we just talk alone? We're gonna have to start saying it at some point. Where it's
I
like,
did do that a couple times to Josh yesterday because
really?
I really don't care what Josh thinks. Like he's
it's HOH.
until he's HOH, and then I'm like literally
baby.
kicking him in the sack.
You filled up.
I'll chill it.
That's what I was thinking about too, because I would literally like.
Like,
I'm so annoying, but I'm like, you can't. I can't be like already setting things.
and
in
it's
stone.
so weird because when we first came in this house, I was like, I think Josh is someone I'm gonna want to work with.
I don't even remember him.